Hey guys, welcome in. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. This is kind of a milestone. This has been the first time since the triple stream era, Twitch, YouTube, horizontal, YouTube, vertical, that I actually sort of managed to start it smoothly. I didn't have 6 other keys that I still had to press. We're counting this as a win. Guys, welcome in. We're working on the Trial of the Lost in UHCG Generations for a little bit. Today is going to be a short stream because I think I'll be here for like 60 to 90 minutes, thereabouts. And then I'm going to lock in and finish up the edit for the 8,000 Days movie. It's so close to being completed. It turned out really, really cool. It's a bit of a hybrid between... It's somewhere in the middle between like the long movies I would do and then like the early season 1 movies. And I think it turned out pretty cool. There's some really, really unexpected stories in it. And I'm just excited for you guys to see it. Guys, we had a pattern for how to do this last week. And then I had a weekend. So I probably forgot everything I do. But let's see if we can get it to work. That is just about not gonna fit. We're gonna have to do it on this side. Norrick, welcome in. Jack D. Jarvis, welcome. Spammed with notifications. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. That was not supposed to happen. I hope you're gonna have a great day regardless. Just Zero, welcome in as well. These are gonna go here. B March, yes, welcome to the stream. Never catch the stream this early. Crimson, welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're doing good. This is gonna go there. I feel like I'm gonna mess up this pattern, but I'm gonna try. Jason Jaya, welcome to the stream as well. That is gonna be a lodestone. Ooh, guys, do we have to get night vision back? I feel. Wait. Yeah, right. Hang on, it with me. Happy Fat Thursday, welcome in. Now we can see way more. Isabel Snessy, Gravestone, welcome to the stream. Okay, I think we would be able... No, I need 2 chains. Actually, no, I need way more chains. We're on a lower layer. That's 1, 2, 3. That means the entire thing works a little bit different, but we'll figure it out. Right. I think we go up 6 and then we'll see if that works. Okay, those are supposed to go there. I need to like lay out the hold bar a little bit differently from what we did last time. No, not that. Because the approach is different. 8K movie, yes. How was your weekend? It was good. I was some of my friends, they played a show yesterday. I went to see it at a concert venue. That was really cool. I went home early because like I got up early this morning to edit the movie. I'm stoked that it's almost done. Like it was kind of a I don't know, like labor, I guess. But the child is ready. Daxwell was welcome in. What kind of show? They're in a rock band. They were about to go on tour through Europe and played a show in the city we live in a smaller venue that was like... I think the last time they played there was 16 years ago. Which is like an absurdly long time. 16 years sounds like a whole different life. That's wild. Monty, welcome in as well. Just hit me with the serious question. Just bring it. Love those kind of places or shows. Yeah, honestly, it was great. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we get those up there. Oh, guys, I got a rhythm. Genius Player, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. 16 years ago was pre-pandemic. That was well before pre-pandemic. That was the pre-pandemic era. Is that a term? If it wasn't, it is now. Oh my god, guys, I saw a fantastic Minecraft video the other day. You guys know how Ludwig is on his Minecraft speedrunning era? He dug himself into a hole, said he was gonna get gold in MCSR. I was like, that didn't sound right. And Feinberg has been coaching him, but it made for so much like great content of like Fine and Infume watching Ludwig streams. He actually did make it to gold. He also got like a 15-minute PB, which is like way faster than I've ever beaten the game, so that's bad. But there's an amazing video, which is like a fan edit somebody made of. Can I get there? I think so. Of Ludwig watching Feinberg get the all advancements world record. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen, because like both of them are. They have like a streaming tool back that it's just like it's gonna make any sane person jealous. Like, we all wish we were that good, but very, very, very funny. Comes highly recommended. Go check it out. SNESy 2010 was pre-pandemic, right? That's what I'm saying. Let's suspend this one here because that location kind of fits. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, can we fit that here? No. Move it over by 1, I suppose. Yeah, that works. Even watched the edit after catching the entire stream because it was so funny. Fizzy King, dude, it was a good video, wasn't it? I was editing, so I was working on the 8,000 Day movie. I take like a little bit of a break, and I don't know what I did. I just sat down on the couch and had a cup of coffee or something, and I put it on the TV, thinking that I was about to like watch it for 5 minutes and then get back to work. I think it's a 30 something minute edit, and like I ended up watching the entire thing because like I just couldn't go away. It's too funny. I don't even remember what Lot was looking at, but at a certain point in the run, he just goes like, "Is that a nether?" And he's just looking at some random mob. It's so stupid. It comes across as if like Lot knows very little about the game. I don't think that's true. Like, there's a lot of things he doesn't know for sure, but then there's also like a bunch of things where he just like drops some goofball comment. The Elder Guardian? True. Is it a nether? Looking at an Elder Guardian is wild. Like, I had a certain sort of suspense of disbelief early on about him not knowing these things. I'm like, I mean, possibly, like he could not know that. That's believable. At a certain point where he starts saying that. He sort of discovers wither skeletons because fine is to get wither heads, and then like okay, that looks good. I think he says something along the. Wait, did I not move that thing over? I kind of did. It's fine. This is on the walkway, but we'll just ignore it because otherwise it's on the walkway here, so there's not really any better option, I guess. At a certain point, he sees the wither skeleton. And he says something along the lines of like, those are not netherite skeletons, they're wither skeletons. And at the point where he said skeletons, I was like, no, this is like, you can't know that little. It just doesn't exist. Braga enjoying watching Ludwig, clip of him trying to bridge to the main Isle of the End. He didn't have regular blocks. Dude, that was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Yo, dude, this is so stupid. Like, I have so many chats on my screen. Dragon Wharf, dude, thank you for the $10 dono. It's like, can I put your name in the book as Dragon Wharf, or do you want me to grab something else? Because I have to click through to your channel due to my chats being so small. I can't see what the name is. For now, I'll put you in as Dragon Warp. Thank you so much for the $10 dono. We'll put in Luke's video. Like, can I join you? Luke, I'm on a single player world, so unfortunately that doesn't work right now. We'll put Dragon Warp in yellow. If you want to change the name, like, put it in chat and I'll change it, because that was just random. We'll put Bry Guy in the book as a bonus name as well. So this build, if you guys are just getting here. Oh wait, let me put 2 pull-ups in the pull-up bank, because I work for my donos nowadays. Thank you so much again. Let me. Oh yeah, Bry Guy's thing. Enjoying watching a clip of him trying to bridge to the main island of the end. Guys, this is like figuring out why blocks weren't linking. What he does is he starts building with soul sand, and soul sand is a bit of a cursed block because it's a pixel lower than any other block. If you don't know this, you don't know this, and then you just try to like put another block next to the soul sand, but it doesn't work because if you're standing on a 1 block lower block, you're in this block, so you can't place it underneath you. And he just starts struggling so bad. Then he manages to place something, but it's like a slab. So instead of putting another block here, he puts another half, like a slab down there. Now he's half a block lower instead of just a pixel lower. And he tries to build on the side of that, which also doesn't work. Then he sort of crouches back, and then he puts a wall in front of him, like, or a fence post or something stupid. And then he walks over the fence post, and he's sort of stuck on the block behind it. And this is all like coming off of the spawn platform in the end. So what ends up happening is he's there for so long that the dragon spots him just all the way out on the spawning platform, shoots Dragon's breath, and he ends up just falling off and dying. And it's like, it's the most miserable clip I've ever seen. Like, so many ways that could have ended up better, and it just didn't. Stupid. Hey, Looney, have you tried fasting before? Batman? I've tried, like, intermittent fasting, where you have, like, a window that you'll eat for during a day. I never tried it as like a normal fasting, like full eating for a day. I've never tried it as a weight loss or like health reason method. But at a certain point, I was like I was in college at the time, and I wanted to do something, like experience something that I hadn't really experienced before. So me and one of my roommates, we went to Sweden, where you can, where wild camping is allowed in certain spots. So you can just go and camp out in the wild. And we barely brought any stuff with us. We didn't have a tent, for example. We had like sleeping bags and tarps and wires and whatever, some tools, and a little bit of food for 12 days. So we tried to make do with the things that we had, and maybe like catch a fish or like find some berries or whatnot. We found a lot of berries. We didn't catch a fish, and we had like food for 3 days, but we were there for 12, and that was sort of the plan. We were like, there's a high potential that we don't actually find food really, and we just end up not really eating for as long as we're there, which was like, we went into it with the mindset of wouldn't really mind if that ends up happening, and we just don't eat for a bit, because we've never been in that space where you like have to deal with a challenge like that, because generally speaking, life is like incredibly comfortable. Manage Nias, what's the maze going to be for? I'll tell you in a second, but let me real quickly finish the story, or I'm gonna lose my train of thought completely. So what ended up happening is we went to a place. We also like somewhat prepared where we're gonna go, but also not really. And we end up in a national park, because like all of it sounds wildly underprepared, but we were prepared to an extent. We just wanted to be underprepared for the rest of it, just for the experience of being way out of your comfort zone and feeling what that was like. So we end up in a national park, sort of a nature reserve, and the deal there was that you couldn't really do a lot of things. You couldn't move any wood, for example, regardless of whether it was alive or just dead brush. So we had the choice to make whether we were sort of going to go against the grain, disregard the rules, and just sort of find a place a little off-grid and stay there for a bit, build a base camp, or we just respect the rules and we abide by them. But the consequence of making that choice was then we don't have food because it severely limited our options of getting it. And we decided that was the way to go. So maybe shift that one over. Oh, you're right. I thought this one was extended over the corner. So I tried to match it, but I got it right. Or I got it wrong. So you're right. We have to take that down. So then I didn't like, because this is what the question that all ties into. I didn't really fast, but there was a window there where for 5 days in a row, all we had for rations was like 300 calories a day. So that got really close to fasting. It's an interesting experience. It was really cool because we would go for long walks and stuff. And we had like 20 kgs or like 45 pounds worth of just gear in a backpack, each of us. And we'd walk for like 25 kilometers. And the crazy thing was, like, your body will allow you to do that, but you're sort of working on borrowed energy. It definitely comes out of the energy reserves. So what ends up happening is you don't really like fall apart during the walk. You're fine, and your body kind of manages. The moment we would get to where we were going, if I sat down, I would just fall asleep, which was a crazy experience. Looney, how's your day been, Connor? It's been really good, dude. I'm only gonna be here for a little bit until I lock back in on the edit, because we're finishing 8,000 Day movie. Okay, let me get back to imagining his question. What's a maze for? So this world is a world that gets passed from one creator to the next when they die. It's an ultra hardcore, so it's pretty easy to mess it up. And if you do mess it up, you have to pass it on. That's called Generations. The world is called Ultra Hardcore Generations, or UHCG Generations. And the maze is for a future generation to find their elytra, because I'm the first person to actually have wings in this world. Metaman, welcome in. The man, the myth, the legend. How are you, bro? Gonna dip now, though. Walk my fish. Okay. Go walk your fish. Dude, thank you for dropping by. I hope you're doing well. Enjoy the fish walk. I hope that works out well for you. Dr. Corrupt. Low-key Timu Crater. Somebody else said you look like Crater too, but I honestly don't know what Crater looks like, so I guess I'll have to check it out. Kevin, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. The Timu part does not sound super promising, but it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. Did I move it over successfully now? I think I did. Let me take a sip of my coffee. I definitely did. Man, how long have I had the world? For about half a year now. And I'm sort of looking towards the exit. Like, there's a good few things that I want to do. But the majority of the time that I'm in the world right now, I'm literally spending on getting the generational projects or the quests for the next generation all set and in order. There's a new video coming out on this world, by the way, on Sunday. Because the whole premise of it is that because it's this generational storyline, there's a little secrets and stuff. I got to do some quests from previous generations, which was really cool. And now I'm sort of setting my story into it. Like I'm adding the context for the events during my lifetime in the world, which is it's interesting because it's very story heavy. But right now we're sort of existing outside of the storyline because I'm just chilling. I talked to the previous guy who had it, Lagundo, because I didn't really know how to mix the story building and then the streaming of it. Because if you're streaming, you're sort of, you don't get to talk to a character in a movie, right? But if I'm streaming, you can talk to me. So do you talk to the character, or do you talk to the person who sort of portrays the character or designs the character? It becomes blurred. And Lagundo had a good sort of thing to say about it that really helped me choose how I was gonna go about it. He said for me there was two parts to it. The one part is you're building the story in Minecraft, and then the other part is you're playing the Minecraft required to build the story. And that's kind of what we're doing right now. Batman, you're in Tassie, in Australia. All I know about it is I've seen it on a show called Alone, and a lot of the time when it's a New Zealand thing, they'll do it in Tasmania. wild terrain, it seems like. Do a lot of people live there? It's not a very dense area, right? Why are you looking so majestic today? Unk, why are you looking so majestic today? What a wonderful question. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe the editing makes the hair shine or something. Well, also look out for the video. I'm stoked for the video to come out. It's there's quite a twist in my story, and it's starting now. Like, it's starting to shift, and I'm excited for you guys to see that. I'm very curious how it will be received. All right, these are gonna go here, guys. Let's take a sec to see how all this is starting to look. Like, it's a bit weird because we see way more than we normally would because of the night vision, but still. Honestly, I think that's really pretty cool. We just gotta make sure that we have, like, all of these parts sort of feel like they're connected and they wouldn't just crash off the ceiling. We're gonna check that again when my night vision runs out. Already looking for your exit? Do you have a creator in mind? Yeah, my successor already knows they're getting the world, and the crazy thing is they also know everything that I'm gonna show you in the videos. Like, I've given my whole sort of plot line away as a summary, because I thought it'd be really nice if you're gonna get the world after me, that you sort of know well before what sort of stage you're gonna receive the world in, because then you can pre-plan your story as well. So they've known for a good few months now, and I have no idea like what's gonna happen with it after, because the cool thing about the series is you're only sort of connected to it for as long as you have it. You're gonna be part of it later because you put things into the world and they're there, of course. But then, like, I have zero say in what anybody is gonna do storyline wise after me. And there's literally like no rules. If somebody would decide that they don't like my build and they're just gonna explode it, they can totally do that. It seems unlikely, but you never know. I think as long as like nobody picks SB as a generation, we should be fine. After that, they're all bets are off. Nah, I'm joking. I don't think it's necessarily an SB project though. Are you hoping to let all the copper fully oxidize, or will you wax it at a certain point? I don't think I'm gonna wax it. I don't know if it's gonna fully oxidize, and I don't super mind. Like, it could be cool if it did, but it doesn't have to. All right. It's kind of nice if you're like doing a repetitive build like this. At a certain point, you start just understanding the pattern, and it becomes way more chill. He said before misplacing a block. Oh, that's lodestone. Fumbles were made. Woody, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. What's the build gonna be, Matt? We're making a maze for a other player to explore in the future. One sec, guys. Yo, interesting question by Crockett. Looney, how was the pilgrimage to spawn? It was very interesting. It was like unlike anything I've ever done in Minecraft. It's kind of wild because like a lot of that 100k blocks, like it was just me. It was just me walking, knowing where I had to go, deciding not to go through the Nether because I thought it was more fitting to walk it through the overworld, and I really wanted to get to where I was going. So it kind of just actually felt like a pilgrimage. And then towards the end, it was really exciting because I knew that I had to almost be there. And then I started seeing the first signs. That was sort of the best moment. I think this one goes here if we have enough room. No, we don't, because it would go on either one of those sides. On both of those sides, I think. So we could move it by 2 blocks. I think that's probably the move. Let's do that. Tanya Rowley's welcome to the stream. I hope I said your name somewhat right. I tried. I tried. Are you going to make any additional utility to this build other than the wings? I'm not going to answer that. There's definitely like more in the maze than the wings, but I'm not going to go like in depth as to what it means or what it is. I won't for any of the builds because I think it's better if you like potentially every build could also be something else. And I'm not gonna comment whether this one is or isn't, or... Think about it though, guys. So, if you have a world like this, there's 2 things you can do while you have it. The one thing is just add things to it to make it look good. And the other one is give the people who are going to have it after you, like, reasons to explore it. And I think that second option is way better. Dandron, welcome in. You got up at 6:15 to watch you. What is your time zone? You aren't tired? Dude, it is 3:30 in the afternoon for me. I'm in the Netherlands, so I'm in European time zone. 6:15 is wild. Thank you for being here. That's honestly crazy. Okay, night fishing ran out. Let's head down there and like see the progress. See what it looks like mostly, because we can't really when night vision is active. I think I went one too high here. We're still gonna like build a little bit on these walls. Some of them are gonna be like, they're not gonna have flat tops. We won't make a roof, we won't make a ceiling. I just sort of want to know what it looks like if I run through these. Yeah, I think we can make that work. What does it look like from up here? I like that too. Where was I? Because I just made like half of a support. Here. Do you used to stream at night starting out? I feel like I remember watching you later in the day back in Looney Adventure days. Back then I would have early and late stream days. And the late stream days were like, I think they ended at like 11 p.m. for me. There's definitely like a scenario where I end up doing that again. For right now, like, I just wanted to have a time zone that is, why is the stone brown? Yikes, I think that is just like new light render things. You see how there's like, I think that's probably reflection of the copper or something. And it has something to do with the angles that you're looking at. It might be copper reflection. It could also be that it's just the torchlight. Yeah, it's a torchlight. Go away. You are not invited. They changed how light is rendered in recent versions. I think their Mojang is sort of heading in the way of having different colored light sources. And they're sort of implementing the functionality they need to make that happen. Zayden Smith, welcome in. Selfishly like the late streams being in the US. Yeah, I get that. Like that's also why I would consider doing it, because it would just make it a lot easier for a lot of people to watch the streams. Somebody just absolutely blasted their motorbike past. It was a crazy sound. Just hope Mojang did major update, not just game drops. Jason Jaya, we're gonna get both. Don't worry about it. The game drop strategy, I think, is mostly there to sort of take the pressure off the big updates, so they have enough time to properly work on the big updates. It's not like they decided one day, like, you know what, we don't really want to add stuff to the game anymore. We're just gonna like add small additions, like some other mobs and a biome change. They're definitely like gonna add new structures over time. I think the end update is like the next big thing that's gonna happen. So don't worry about not getting big updates. I think the game drops just mostly exist to take focus off of those. And I think that's a good strategy, because it means that we get like updated stuff on the regular, and the big stuff is going to actually be big. Okay, let's see if we need something here. We definitely do. This one. Gerard or Gerard, you're gonna sub? I'm chill, dude. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yodi is welcome in as well. Do you think we'll get an update this year? Maybe to winter? Dude, I was so reading chat that I was like flying everywhere and I had no idea where I was headed. Do I think we're gonna get it this year? Maybe winter? 10th year theory of the ends. Wait, the 10-year theory of the ends age. Oh, that's actually sick. I hadn't thought about that one. Honestly, I think that off of what I just said about game drops and sort of taking the pressure off of update times, I think they're not necessarily going to align it to the 10-year anniversary per se. I think they just release it when both the update is ready and is ready to be released. I have like a slightly different theory about the release schedule and when they would announce it. Not too far in the future, we're going to get an Minecraft update or Minecraft Movie 2 announcement. And I think it was really interesting that the Ender Dragon is such a big thing in the game, but then there was barely any end reference in the movie. Like even the Enderman was sort of taken out of context. As in the context was just, we lost my sugar. Hold up. Context was just sort of removed. That they had anything to do with the end. I think it would make a lot of sense to sort of align the end update with a second movie that is also going to involve the end as like a dimension, as a place. I don't know if that's true or likely or actually going to happen. I'm not a firm believer, but I think it would make sense. Because there was just no reference whatsoever and did not exist in the movie. It wasn't even like just a Steve comment like in reference to it or whatever. So I think like from a business standpoint, if you're building a brand that is bigger than the game and it's going to include a cinematic universe and all that, that would make a lot of sense strategy wise. But are we going to get it this year? Maybe. I do think we're going to get GTA 6 first. That's finally happening. Hoodie, welcome to the stream. Myra, welcome in. I hope I just took part of your name there. I hope that works for you. It's a lazy version of reading your name. Didn't watch the Minecraft movie yet. Probably going to in the near future. I think it's cool. I would actually recommend watching it. I really enjoyed it, and I think the thing that made it cool for me is it spoke the Minecraft language really well. And what I mean by that is like, because we all play Minecraft, there's a lot of things that to us make perfect sense and they're cool and they're just the way things are. The movie sort of doesn't go out of its way to explain that, but just sort of rewards you for having the knowledge. And An example of that is the Technoblade reference was awesome. That was it was in very like good taste, I think. But another one was like at a certain point there's this elytra chase scene. They're just in the air and they have to make sort of a panic landing. So you do the only sensible thing. You just yeet down a water bucket, dip your toes in, and not make any comment to how you just landed because it makes perfect sense. And in the movie, same thing happens. They just use a water bucket clutch and there's zero explanation as to why that would work. It's just the way it is because of Minecraft. And I think that was really great. Louis, how was your weekend? Honestly, it was really, really good. I had a lot of fun. I've just been like, I didn't sleep much. And I edited a lot. Like, I've actually been locked in to make this 8,000 Day movie for you happen. It's going to be out in 2 days, which is exciting. We'll be upload on Saturday. Bro, GTA 6 is going to be that good graphics that you need to spend thousands on a Goat PC? Maybe. Usually they find ways to make it work well without having to run the insane graphics. But also, like, if you have a good system, you'll be able to put some pressure on it. It's sort of one of those games that exist in the interim, like the space in between two eras of hardware. So if you have like older hardware, even if it's really good, it's absolutely gonna be able to crush it on max res. My PC is ready for GTA 6. Yo, it's winning. That's good to hear. Where are my mods today, Dex? I think they're sleeping in. They deserve a weekend too. Vin, welcome to the stream. Think it was based more on Legends than the actual game. I mean, I think the oh, that is all lodestones, not what I need. I think sort of the Legend storyline of the piglins being bad guys, that's going to be more in the game in a way too. The game is interesting because the game sort of exists on like the edge of the Minecraft cinematic universe, because the main rule of the game is that you as a player get to decide everything. You can choose who's the bad, who's the good, and who doesn't matter whatsoever. But I definitely do think that there's room for the end in all that. So it not being there was a very interesting choice. Did you say more on Legends than the actual game? It's more like dungeons though, right? Did Legends have like I mean, yeah, Legends has like the piglins trying to take over the overworld. You're right. Dungeons is just its own thing. I didn't like actually finish the storyline thing in Minecraft Legends. I played it a bit and I thought it was a fun game. And I could see like having fun playing it with friends. It's probably deeper strategy-wise than you'd expect first glance. Just because like there's a lot of room to understand moving parts in a multiplayer world. Like if there's multiple players in a lobby trying to move around, there's going to be freebies. There's going to be heavily contested spots. Kind of StarCraft stuff. Like it's deep. What do I think about Kindcraft mods? Minecraft mods? I think it's like a essential part of the game. I think Minecraft wouldn't be nearly the same that it is if it wasn't for the modding space. I think it's interesting that people say that updates make the game feel modded. Because that's kind of what a mod is anyway, right? I do think that like Mojang made some wild decisions recently in terms of what is and isn't in the game. Like the maze was like way out of left field. I did not see that coming. I think it's epic. I love it. Literal favorite weapon. I also saw like this weekend I watched Dream's 5 Hunters Revival. It was very... I don't think I watched 4. I definitely watched 2. I might have not watched 3 and 4, so I'll go back and check them, I guess. But 5 was very spear heavy. I think 4 was probably even spear heavier. Is that a thing? Can you say that? Because the spear, like, dude, the spear does so much damage early game. It's kind of wild. He used it a lot to prevent them from chasing him, which I think is a pretty interesting, interesting mechanic for manhunts. Works well. It's kind of like, you guys know this game Rust. Rust is it's a brutal game, but early in Rust, like you're sort of, it's a shooter and it's just people doing a horrible death match on a match or on the map over the course of several days. It runs in servers. The thing with Rust is that like early on, everybody has kind of trash gear, and good Rust players are usually like pretty cracked with bows, and that's sort of how you make plays. Because if you want to actually get your good stuff, you need to get it from other players mostly. You need to go to contested map spots, you need to get it from other players. But a great way to get really good stuff is go raiding with like suboptimal weapon kits and take out players that are out with their main gear. Oh my god, somebody's gonna get hidden from the channel. That was wild. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. But like Rust players get, or good Rust players get really good with the bows, and that's sort of how they set up their servers, or their wipes as they're called. I think like potentially Minecraft's gonna have the same thing with the spear. Having good spear gameplay can like really set you apart early on a new SMP or whatever. Yo, how have you been? Remember watching your first hardcore world? Oh gee, welcome to the stream. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. The new hardcore world, like the second one, is shaping up nicely. 8,000 Days movie is about to release in 2 days. A lot of crazy things happen in this arc. It's no longer purely a single player world. If you want to know what that means, you're gonna have to watch the movie. It's also not a full multiplayer world, but there's some interesting space in between those two things, I think. I don't need this much stone. Let me put it back and we'll get it later. Do we still have chains and copper bars? Yes. Let's just run this. Do I need other stuff? No, really. I think it'll be fine. Quick sip of water. It was your birthday a couple days ago, February 10th. Yo, 2 days ago. Happy birthday. Oh my god. iJuicer. I ran out of stuff, but was I like in the middle of building one of these? I don't know. Bacon, welcome in. Hello from Mars. No, they're gonna try and find me. They might. They might. Transport is pretty slow though, so you could have some time on your hands still. I feel like I was already building one of those, but I'll probably find it again. Let's build this one here. Your girlfriend made you a bracelet that spelled your name in Morse code. That is actually so cool. What a great gift. Do we put this one here? Or do we get it over by 1 block? I think we get it over by 1 block. Haranis Bros, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Glad they make copper really useful. Yes, dude, that's such a good addition to be able to do a lot of stuff with it. Rose, what are we doing? We're working on a maze for another player to like explore at some point in the future. Right now, this is like layer 5 of the maze that we're looking down on, and then there's sort of a layer above it that has these pathways, and they need to be suspended from the ceiling. So right now we're making sure that this thing doesn't look like it could crash down any second. Kobe, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Builds are always so crazy, dude. I always go too big. Like, I literally end up regretting it at some point, and then I just sort of chip away at the grind. By the time you get to like completing something that was initially too big, it always is so worth it. You just gotta be ready to like not quit on the grind. Jay is saying, especially if you find trial chambers, there's a lot of copper. Dude, that is a good mechanic, getting it from the trial chambers. It's also really cool. You know, guys, I think that the updates we get from Minecraft or from Mojang, they're actually so well designed as game updates. And what I mean by well designed is there's always like they sort of have a design rule. And the design rule is that anything that is in the game should have more functionality than just the one thing. But they do a really good job at balancing out that functionality, if you ask me. Like, because trial chambers are a new place for interesting fights, for like you can go there with your friends and it will make for a completely different experience because you get way more spawns. You can get a new maze there. There's some other interesting stuff you can get there. But also, not only does it make copper available, it makes copper available in its oxidized state. It is so smart that they actually designed the structures out of both kinds of copper. And it makes for a good look too, but it also it means that you can just get the oxidized or the unoxidized copper there and use it for your builds. And that opens up like a lot of creative design choices. And I'm always amazed that like all those things don't randomly happen. It's literally like a bunch of people have spent a lot of time sitting in like rooms and developing the game and figuring out in meetings what would have to change, and then play test it and then come up with something else. And such a cool process. Can I join you? I'm on a single player world right now. Kinda, because I have it for a while and then I give it to the next creator. So eventually, it's not just my world. I'm the 6th person to have it. But for right now, it's just on my computer. And because it's not on the server, you can't really join. I do think that like in the future, there's definitely going to be like other kinds of content where you can join. Jonah Dapp, honestly for builders, I think the best thing about tricky trials might be the tough variants. That too. Tough variants are really, really big. They're kind of interesting in the block palette because I always, like, whenever I think that I should build with tough, I'm always kind of taken aback by how green that block is. Like, there's so many green in that texture, or so much green. So many green pixels, I don't know. Different variants too, or different hues. But yes, tough variants are really cool too. For tough, I don't know if I'd want to get it from the trial chambers though. Probably. Usually I think that it's a good idea to just get a block like in its raw state somewhere, and I'm almost never right. Recently, I thought that you could go mining for Blackstone in a Basalt Delta, and people kept telling me to go for Bastions instead. I was like, no, it'll take a long time to find a Bastion, and then I gotta kill the piglets. It's just a lot of work. It's not true, guys. You should totally get your Blackstone from a Bastion. The pro tip that I got is find a bridge Bastion, and then just look for the lower part, because it's almost entirely made out of normal Blackstone. So you can use it to craft any variant as well. And you get about 11 shulkers. There's no piglins down there. Word for word. Absolutely true. I think we're going to put one here. What is this backrooms looking structure? Joanne, welcome to the stream. I hope I got your name somewhat right. I actually don't think I did, but I gave it a shot. So this structure is a dungeon for a future player playing in this world. It's called the Trial of the Lost. And in there, there's an elytra and some other things up for grabs. But somebody's gonna have to go work for it. Kobe, you're on Bedrock Edition? I'm on Java Edition. Tough and Deep Slate are both really good additions beyond just building in stone. Sometimes I like building in stone because it just feels like a cheaper solution than that. And cheap is like an aesthetic, right? If you decide to make a build cheap, let's run these pathways and make sure that all of them are done. Because I don't think they are, but if we just run the pathway itself, we're gonna find out if there's still like unsupported bits. Like here. I already started building here and then I ran out of stuff. Perfect. OG, see you later. Thank you for dropping by. If I have to pronounce your name differently, do tell me, because I don't think I'm getting this right. Purple Chipmunk, welcome in. Sorry to ask, but do you need to wax the bars or do they not oxidize? No, they do oxidize, but actually when I was designing it, I wanted the fully oxidized ones, but you can't craft fully oxidized bars. There's no way to get them other than just letting them oxidize. So we're kind of doing that, and I think it's gonna look just fine. If it doesn't, well, or if it could look better, or maybe we only get it partially oxidized, we'll see, and then we'll deal with it. But I didn't intend to like make them oxidize or make them waxed. Otherwise, you can just craft them waxed, because that is possible. Do you know your way if you go in the maze? So I made like a map for myself. But no, if I were to walk it right now, I'd get absolutely lost. Which is like, that's the entire point, right? It's called the Trial of the Lost. Somebody is gonna have to get lost in here. Oh, this wasn't nearly as tall as I thought. If you guys want, I could like walk a little bit of the maze, just to give you a feel for what it'd be like if you're in there. Yes, do it. All right, I'll do it in a little bit. Next time I have to go get some sort of block, we'll do some walking around. Okay, wait, that needs to go there. Missing a chain on the other side as well. Feng Yang, welcome to the stream. Hope I got your name right as well. Jonah up saying, incidentally, I thought of another thing you can put in some of the prize chests in the maze. Signs. Use them to mark explored versus unexplored areas. Yeah, I did have some marker stuff in there. But signs is a good idea. So guys, what I'm gonna do with the maze is I'm gonna ask the player that explores it to leave all their gear at the entrance and only use everything they find in the maze, because it will be everything they need to make their way through. So there'll probably be some torches. I was thinking of glow lichen as a way to mark the walls. And some basic gear, some food. But I would like the idea that like somebody could be in here and could get like... It's not supposed to be a dangerous build per se or a dangerous quest per se. But I kind of like the idea that somebody would experience resource pressure, where they might not have everything they need. Zane, hi, can I jump? Does this count? I jumped off. That has to count. Or you want me to physically jump, because we can sort that out as well. I actually have to do 2 pull-ups in a minute. Okay, that side is looking alright. I feel like when I'm streaming vertically as well, some people just it counts, yes. Some people have to check if the stream is actually live, because Guys, this is a thing. So people sort of wonder if streams are actually live, but have you guys ever seen like streams that are not live? Or is it just more of a theory where people go like, it might not be live, but it's not really a real thing? I don't know. Dark Fox, welcome in. If it's a dangerous quest, but 5 withers, 2 wardens, 1 ender dragon, and all of the dangerous mob. That's a lot. Okay, I think I want to have like some sort of a connection here. We'll just wing it. I don't super have a plan here. I think, oh, that's gonna work great. That's actually cool. Said it seems to be dangerous. Oh my god. Montgomery is saying if the Revoluni wasn't the friends we made along the way, but a server, could I be your court wizard? But it's clearly the friends we made along the way, so I don't see the point of the question. If it were a server, I don't think I could promise anyone to be a court wizard. That's a pretty serious question. PPP, welcome in. Hope you're doing good. I think the danger factor is sort of a pretty nuanced thing, because I don't actually want it to be dangerous. I want it to feel like maybe it could be dangerous. Does that make sense? Because there's other trials that are somewhat dangerous. Like, I don't think the functionality of this one is to be dangerous. Play mob sounds with node blocks? That's crazy. That's crazy. Just have like noise machines suggesting that there's mobs in here. Some excellent block placing here. Guys, I think what I'll do is extend this one to the ceiling just for feels, because it would feel a little weird if that corner is missing, I think. Yeah, that's probably good. Okay, we're gonna like run this top line again. Rip. I think we might have all of them right now. Okay, this could potentially still use one here. Yeah, I think we should. What we could also do, guys, is just like... No, what I was gonna say is we could put some mobs in there, but put them like towards the entrance, so that you immediately get the feeling that it's dangerous. But I'm actually thinking that it's better to put any of the mobs we put in there a little bit deeper into the labyrinth, because then players are supposedly already gonna have some gear. I think that's better design. Saying you don't think it's dangerous if there's 2 withers, 5 wardens, and all that other stuff in there? What? Should be possible to put pressure plates for tripwires in the maze that cause mob sounds. True, you could also just put them on clocks. I feel like a smart player would figure out that there's no footsteps though, which honestly is more of a reason to put the sounds there. Sam, dude, thank you for the 13 months. Morning chat. Put like 3 zombies at the end. What I will do is put a pull-up in the bag. How about that? Guys, should we get the pull-ups done real quick? Sam, dude, thank you for the 13 months as a loony champion. Honestly, that's 2 pull-ups. That +2+ was me actually operating the counter. Are you playing on a server? Adicha? No, this is a single player world that gets passed from one creator to the next. I'll put your name in the book as a bonus name, by the way, because I was about to type. And we'll put Code Geek in as well. And then let me empty out the pull-up bank. Thank you for the membership and the donos earlier. Let's clear the bank. I cleared the wrong bank. Dang it. Okay, and then this one's +4. Jonas, welcome to the stream. Alex, welcome in as well. Oh, and Zen with the tier 1, dude. He's multi-platforming it. What a crazy, crazy man. That's another one in the bank. Let me grab a name from Twitch chat. We'll put PPP in the book. 8429. And we'll just probably go on, but it's gonna go in there regardless. My hair is cool. Thank you, Zayn. I appreciate that. Okay, that one there. These ones are pretty low, and it's actually way nicer to build. Okay, let's continue checking this elevated path. Isaiah, what block palette am I using? We're kind of figuring it out as I go along. What we're actually using here is fully oxidized copper. That was in the design. But you can't make that in iron bars. You have to like let it oxidize. So we're going to be building this build, and then hopefully the pellet is going to sort of click in. Message got lost in the sauce. Plus one more for the amazing. Oh my god, dude, I did not see that. That's a great message. Guys, we need one more here. And then I think that's the last one on this layer. So we're definitely getting somewhere. Amazing is a banger. I'm leaving. See you in the next live. Kobe, dude, thank you for hanging out. See you in the next one. Cece, what am I building? We're working on a maze for a future player to explore. Okay, I put my breeze balls there, but this still works. MNSCY, dude, thank you for the gifted sub as well, or gifted membership. Sorry. MNSCY goes in the book, and we'll put cat, dog, mouse, frog in the book. I saw the cat and I was already excited that I got to say it. We'll put Jason Jaya in the book. And let's put Isaiah in the book. And 101. Oh, we gotta be on the next page. 101. Afksizi. I feel like I royally messed up pronouncing your name, but give it a shot. Crochet Clarinet, welcome in as well. I really want to make sure, guys, today is a shorter stream, so I'm gonna have to dip in not super long to continue editing the 8,000 Days movie. Out in 2 days. Excited for you guys to see it. But I really want to make sure that we like finish up these suspension things, because then tomorrow we can just move on to the next step. Guys, there's a villager down there. Or zombie villager. Low-key, I would want him in here, but I don't think I have anything in my inventory that can help me do that. Okay, maybe I can stay in range and get a boat. Let me see if I can pull that off. Maybe here? Okay, that's... Is he still here? Yes, he is still here. Okay, nice. That's actually really cool. Saying how long have I been doing this? I think we've been working on this project for like a week or two now. Something like that. The outside is pretty big, so it took a bunch of time. Yo, I'm glad we could get that zombie villager. Wouldn't it be cool, guys, to leave a villager in here with a really goated trait? It's a bit random, but it's cool. Oof, yo, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. What are you up to these days? How do you make a lodestone? 8 chiseled stone bricks, and then an iron ingot in the middle. They used to be crafted with netherite, which was just absolutely crazy. But that got fixed. I kind of hope nobody actually spent like a bunch of netherite to make them. That'd be bad. Is this one gonna get us suspense up? Yeah, I think so. And then we're almost there. There's going to be so much footage for your editor to go through. Crockett, crazy thing is this is not even gonna go in any video, this project. I think all I'll do is put like one cinematic shot of the outside. And maybe not even that. Maybe in like my final video, there's a crazy amount of stuff that I'll just not really post before I call it quits on my run. What I think will be really cool is to sort of just drop a short on what it all was when somebody does solve it. But I think the most interesting content this can be is not on my channel, but somebody else fixing it. Bunch of mining, crafting the usual. Dude, valid. Same, I guess. Oh, out of brick walls. It's the wrong button. Looney, I'm working on a mega build that I have to do a lot of custom terrain for, but since I'm playing on an older version, Axiom and Light Medica aren't supported. I have to freehand any of it, all of it. Any advice? Yes, I do. If you have a mouse that can like disable your scroll wheel with a button on the top, do that. So you can do this. Look at my whole bar. This is wild. And just put a random like selection of blocks there. Not entirely random, but just like variants that you'd use for a gradient. That can save a heap of time. Another way to do that is there's mods that have that same functionality, which are, I don't know what they're called, but like block randomizer or something. I never actually used them myself. I just know they exist. And they're better than that scroll technique that I just showed. Also, that scroll technique is mouse dependent. Either you can or you cannot. If we get a good trade from the villager, that would be crazy. We can re-roll it. Saying, I'm not sure if you know this, but like if you have a villager, you make a workstation for it, it's going to get a trade. If you break the workstation and put it down again, it's going to get a different trade. You can just do that until you have like the trade that you want on it. So we could guarantee a good trade. It would just take a little bit of breaking the workstation. And then when you have a good one, you trade with them once and then their trades is locked in. They'll never lose it. If you already knew that, I apologize for the full explanation and I hope somebody else learned something. Since I'm new, what does it mean by inherited world, Isaiah? Good question. So the deal with this world is somebody started it about 4 years ago. And the premise is it's an ultra hardcore. So if you die, you're done. Like, that's your time in the world over. And then you have to give it away to another player. That's like the only rule of this entire thing, is that when you die, you have to give it to another creator. So I got it from the person who had it before me and then did die. And when I die, which is like probably not too far into the future because I'm not intending to keep it forever or hold it hostage, sort of. Whenever I die, I'm gonna give it to someone else as well. I've already picked who that's gonna be. Okay, this one is done. We only have to check the bottom one. May is starting to take shape. Oh, there's still a couple ones here. Right, yeah, we're finally getting there. It's not too far off from being functional. And then, like, we just have to work on the inside, do some decorating stuff like this. That's a misplace. Technically, you can keep playing the world for several years, Code Geek. Yes, there's no rule against that. It's only that it doesn't super make sense to do that, because the whole thing that makes this world super cool is that it gets given away from creator to creator. So I think the best way to do it is, like, think of a cool idea, think of a cool premise of what you can sort of add to the world if you have it for a little bit. Then work hard to get that done in a reasonable time frame, and then just give it away. And I also think that, like, dying is an essential part of it, so I'm not going to leave it open-ended. I never heard someone see or do that. Isaiah, if you want to catch up, there's a video series on YouTube. You can find it on my channel. It starts with Inherited a Legendary Minecraft World, and there's a playlist that goes all the way back to like the first person who started it in the description of that video. Okay, let me see. One more night vision. Hope you never die. I have another hardcore world, Zane, which it's funny, like, I've had that one longer. I've almost had it for 4 years. But this is pure coincidence, because the person who started this didn't know me at the time. I didn't know them. Those two worlds, like my main hardcore world and this one, they got started in the same week. In that one, I'm super okay with never dying. In this one, I gotta go at some point. Because imagine if I don't die, like, nobody's gonna explore this maze ever. And that's true for many things. Like, best thing you can do for this world is give it away. Haven't I seen why? I've actually watched the entire UHCG playlist for the first time last week. It's so good. Dude, it's an experience. I watched it a few times to, like, I would be working on things in my main world, and then I'd have the UHCG Generations playlist on like a second screen, and I would sort of just listen to it as a podcast, and if I heard something interesting, I would, like, look over for a little bit to sort of study it and understand what I want to do. You're down, dude. You're down to very on the book, please. I got you, dude. Thank you for the $2 dono. We'll put your dad in the book. We'll put the Varia in the book. And let's put Hoof in as a bonus name. And let's put Zane in as a bonus name. And you know what? I'll also put a pull-up in the bank for you. I think I just did that twice. Right, like that. Jonah Depp, me holds out hope that Laguna has one golden apple left and can show up non-transparent the next time somebody summons the ancestors. We don't know. We haven't seen a death screen, so that is a possible theory. What would the implication be of lag showing up non-transparent? For those of you who don't know, non-transparent means that sometimes the ancestors in this world, like all the generations that came before, they get summoned and they sort of meet around the campfire and just yap for a bit, answer some community questions. But transparent refers to like them rejoining as ghosts because they're already dead in the world. But then the last guy to have it, Lagundo, he did an IRL outro and we never saw his death screen. So going by the logic that SB still has a 10,000 day hardcore world, he might very well be alive. Okay, guys, let's check. Oh, dude, I just keep finding new ones that I have to connect. Let me do this. World would have 2 successors. That's an interesting thought, but I'm already Lagundo's successor, so how would that work? That would imply he would get to choose 2. Sarah! How many pull-ups will this get me? Also, hello, hope everyone is doing well. That will definitely get you 2. Sarah, thank you for the 1,000 bits. The first time you did this, I just completely missed it because I wasn't ready to see bits. I was just confused by it. We'll put AJ in the book as a bonus name, and Salute is going to go in the book as a bonus name as well. Dude, thank you for tuning in. Are you going to die on purpose eventually, or just play really, really risky? There's a couple dangerous things that I want to do. I actually did a dangerous thing in the beginning of episode 4 that's probably going to release on Sunday. Oh, this is the middle of that thing. That does not work. We can fix that though by going here. Now there's some dangerous things that I intend to do, so that any one of those could end me potentially. But if I don't naturally die to anything, that should be a stair, I think. Yeah, let's get that. If I don't naturally die to anything, I will like have an ending to my run, so I will just die. Obsidian Fangs, welcome in. Can you join my hardcore world? It's on single player, so that unfortunately doesn't work. Tasha, yo, thank you for the 13 months. Can you guys believe it's been a year today since my mom passed? Whoa. I remember you saying that. Time moves so fast. Stream was the first place I told after my family, and you guys supported me. Thank you once again. 13 months too. Crazy work. Yo, that's crazy. I think honestly, that is a surprisingly like healthy place to share that after like talking to your family, because it's sort of, I don't know, like there's something really safe to a bunch of people that you don't really know, right? And just sharing something personal. And then you can still get to share it and see how that feels. Tasha, that's awesome. Thank you for the 13 months as well. We'll put another pull-up in the bank for Tasha. Oh my god, I'm so bad at these counters. They just keep going up and down. Guys, recently I decided that I'm not a lazy bum, so I don't just take donations anymore. Like, I work for my money now. That's what the pull-up bank is for. Okay, let's add some more support here. Oh, I just got those stairs, but I didn't actually put them in place. Where was that? It was definitely bottom layer. I think it's here. Yes. Okay, that works. We might do the same thing here. Just have like a little bit of support coming from the top. This saves a little bit of work, but also I think if we don't do this and we make like full suspensions, it's just gonna get too cluttered. There's gonna be too much going on. Okay, guys, I think this is the very last one. Yeah, definitely. That's it. Paisley, welcome in. Hope you're doing good. Rip. Know what you want. Oh my god, just stand on top of the thing, go straight up. Wait, Looney is Dutch? Yup. Guilty as charged. Be sure to keep the stream in English though, guys. How long have I been playing Minecraft? Like 6 years, I think? Dude, I remember that I like started making content and I had only just been playing. It's crazy that now the answer to that is 6 years. That went by so fast. Oh, we're out of night vision. Hold up. Looney, last time I was here, you said you wouldn't stream a lot of UHCG. What changed your mind? Good question. Let me get my shulker. What changed my mind is the fact that I, like, going into it, I didn't really have any idea what it would be like to have 2 main hardcore worlds at the same time. And while both worlds are really cool and I love them both, it's actually a terrible experience to have 2 worlds at the same time. And the reason that it's such a bad experience is because it means that you start moving slow in both worlds. I was working on UHCG Generations for the majority of my work week, but I still had to like do streams on the main hardcore world, and I tried to make those streams entertaining and high quality and good. And by doing that, I also had to spend some time sort of prepping for stream, which meant that my UHCG wasn't moving as fast as I wanted, and also my main world wasn't moving as fast as I wanted, because like all the other time outside of streams, I was working on UHCG Generations. So at a certain point, I talked to Lagundo about it, and I was like, yo, how was it for you to like stream UHCG? Because I'm sort of conflicted about doing it. I want to for just the pace, but then at the same time I don't, because I don't want to sort of undermine the story that I'm trying to portray. And then Leg said something interesting about there's 2 things that make this series work in his mind, and the one is the story that we tell through Minecraft, and the other is the Minecraft that we have to play to make that story. And he was like, everybody who watches you is probably into both of those things, so they'll probably have a good time with you building as well. And you can just choose what you share and what you don't share, and sort of hide away some of the things that you don't want to super clearly communicate. And I was like, yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. I'm going to do that. I'm really glad that I talked to him, because I don't think I would have figured out an answer for that one myself. I was sort of in too deep to actually see the bigger picture. Devin Wizard, may I ask who you inherited the world from? I inherited it from a guy called Lagundo, who's a creator and streamer as well, and he was the 5th person to have it, so I'm the 6th generation to be in this world. And I'm going to pass it on to someone as well, but I'm not going to tell you who that is. Guys, we have finished the suspensions, and that means that tomorrow we're actually going to start like decorating the room, which probably means that we don't use as much night vision. Maybe initially a little bit, just to make it like flow nice, but then after not so much. from the outside, this thing is so big. It's better looking, I was gonna say, but it's also just so big. Guys, as I said, today was gonna be a short stream because I have to lock in and edit. I'm gonna work on finishing 8,000 Day Movie. Is gonna come out on Saturday. The same bees welcome in as well. Last minute. I'm gonna be back here tomorrow, same time, and then I think we do a full stream because I think I'm gonna be pretty much done. Septic Spud, dude. Nice, good to see you. So guys, we're gonna end it for today. Before I do that, let me put a couple names in the book. I'll put me, Nina, in. We'll put Hussein Beast in the book. We'll put Debian Wizard in there. Let's put Septic Spud in the book. Old time's sake. You'll come tomorrow? Hussein Beast, see you tomorrow, dude. Pete Pompey, beautiful name. We're gonna put you in the name or in the book. Tiff Inez goes in. Let's put Dax Falbus in the book as bonus name. Good luck editing, Salute. Thank you, dude. Also gonna edit when I wake up. Go for it. Best of luck. All right, guys, we're gonna sign the book. That is UHCG February 12th. And then before I head off, I have how many pull-ups in the bag? 3. So we gotta make sure that I do those. I put the rings a little wider apart, and it actually feels way better. Guys, I want to thank you for hanging out today. We're gonna Lost Trial Suspensions. Save replay. Good luck with everything, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in today. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. For right now, have a great rest of your day. Looney out.